Cried all the water on my body. Even the desert ain't going me. My body shaking with apology, but ain't nobody feeling sorry for me, not even me. And why should anybody understand? I made this whole mess with both my hands. I did all this shit myself. I created my own hell. Every fucking time I lose my mind, I'm leaving all the ones I love behind. I know I'm guilty, guilty, guilty. Don't look at me, don't look at me. I'm filthy, filthy, filthy. Can somebody kill me? Does anyone Tell me who the fuck am I can't even look me in the eyes. I used to emulate the sun. Look at me now, what have I done? Why? All this blood on my hands, I'm sick in the head. I wish you could feel how sorry I truly am. Has anybody been there? Will I find my way out? How do I forgive myself? I feel like I'm stuck in hell. I'm guilty, guilty, guilty. Don't look at me, don't look at me. I'm filthy, filthy, filthy. Can somebody kill me? Does anyone hear me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Team Skyline Season 6, featuring Team Chegg and Team Strqfe. I'm your caster Storm, my co-caster Iceman on the other side. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited to see this matchup. I know that we're coming into this a little bit, Chegg kind of being the favorite here, but overall, I'm excited, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely very excited for this one. Obviously, I'm a little bit more biased towards Chegg. They're a team that I've been casting for a while. They're a bunch of friends of mine. We've been having a lot of fun playing games and such. I was just playing retakes with them about 20 minutes ago, right before stream got started. So, you know, a lot to do there. But yeah, they're definitely slated to be the favorites for this game. They're a bunch of skilled players in ESEA main. So it's up to Team Strqfe to really pull some hat tricks out.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Like before, we got on here. Everybody was eating. We went ahead and went into a couple matches and played. And I think that Team Strqfe is warmed up. I know that they realize they've got their work cut out for them, but overall, I think that they are very comfortable on Nuke. That is one of the maps that is in their pool, and they're very comfortable with executes, smokes, flashes, angles, everything. So again, they know that they're going up against the Goliath, and they're the David in this story. But I think that they're at least going to make it competitive.
Yeah, definitely. Nuke's obviously one of those maps where it can be a little bit more challenging to take some controls around the map, but it also allows a lot of different spots for retakes or taking into a B site. It becomes a lot more dicey going into those retake scenarios, but if you have like a 2 to 3 man advantage, it can really change the tide of the game. We're already getting started. This is post knife round right here, and yeah, we're gonna be looking at an early start against the Pistols. Jax finding a lot of success, as well as Swifty on the other side. Chegg's gonna win out the pistol really early on.
I mean, it looks like they went ahead and just stacked ramp, knowing that one of the most common plays in strats is to just rush ramp, and even without having a Molotov out there to stop them, just the absolute aim from Chegg just mowed everybody down there.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be very precise with some of the pistol kills, especially against like a ramp rush like that. Sometimes it can be a little bit more dicey, but ultimately Chegg pulled through with that, and they got away with it, so it works out.
Here we go. There. I mean, it looks like everybody's lining up here in the lobby, trying to go ahead and go for an a hit push.
Ooh,
Captain Jack with 2 of his own.
Yeah, he manages to get 2 with the Tech 9 there. Foxeria finds one outside. traded right back out by Anthropot. So a counter push failed.
I mean, realizing that they're going to go group up. I mean, with these lower, with these lower pistols, they can definitely do a lot of damage, especially in an anti-eco round. So now, what does Chegg do? Do they group up? Do they just wait, hit a sight, just sit and tuck?
I'd say the most Chegg at least want to do right now is being able to play together, playing crossfires. Because the more damage that you could do together, the faster you can get a kill. But eventually Team Strqfe are going to get down to this B bomb site, and this has potential to be their round win entirely. I don't know if Chegg really want to go for this.
I mean, they're going to be able to set themselves in like really good post-point positions and crossfire themselves. Chegg obviously realizing that they got to clear every single corner. They don't even have a kid on their back. They're going to have to go quick. They're going to make a lot of noise here on ramp, but they're just going to know where they're at. Jake's going to give the positions away. Captain Jack's going to have the first contact here.
Ooh, top shadow.
Top shadow.
Too. And then 1 versus 1. Top shadow comes up top, but he doesn't have a kit. Not enough time, and he has to try to get away from the bomb to save his M4. I don't think he can get away. It's planted towards ramp.
Ooh.
He barely gets away. Just in the nick of time.
I was gonna say, some of these bomb radiuses are absolutely crazy. You're sitting there on Inferno and you could be half a mile away and still take damage, and then here on Nuke you could literally be like 5 feet away and not be able to take it because apparently there's so much metal between everything, and the bomb site's not as big. But I mean, unfortunately he did manage to survive. It looks like Chegg's gonna go ahead and force it up and just try to have their own little anti-eco around here and maybe take a timeout a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very early timeout from Chegg. I feel like part of their strat just completely fell through. Swifty ASAP going down in the first 10 seconds on a lobby crunch. I would say the lobby crunch would have been a little more successful with a little bit more of a push from Hut and Squeaky at the same time. But both these players lined up for Captain Jack right outside. It just didn't really work.
Yeah, I mean that the Tech 9, especially like if you're able to, with sort of a high rate of fire and its high damage, especially at the head. I mean, it's we've seen it time and time again just be absolutely just dominating and stuff, and even the pro level. You just come in with Deagles and Tech 9s, but sometimes even the Deagle, because it's sort of it's a little bit inaccurate. The Tech 9 with 18 bullets is definitely the way to go.
No doubt there, yeah. I mean, to be able to get a lot of fire rate and damage going. The Tech 9 or the dualies, for that matter, are a cheap and very easy way to get some good damage in, even if it's just a dink for 90.
Amen. And I mean, Top Shadow over here just trying to push up with this sort of hero M4. Is Corrupt going to clear this position?
No, not in time. Top Shadow's going to get the first, and Jake's going to get the follow up on the Fox area. Shadow going for more outside. He's got the bomb right out of position. All of Team Strqfe is going to rotate at the exact same time. It almost was a fight against Swifty. Top Shadow to hold the line with a Molotov. Just hold back any sort of push. Finding angles around the box. It's Jake to shut that one down for now. Chegg didn't rotate back in to guard this bomb, so it will be recovered for now. A minute left on the clock and not much utility left to work with for Team Strqfe. But at least I got more than Chegg have.
I was gonna say two smokes. I mean, now one smoke, one flash, and a molly to try to, attack a site. And at this point, they're pretty much all outside. And do you go for the secret push, or do you try to work your way inside mini? But I mean, you work your way inside mini, and you got 2 people up in the rafters. How are you gonna clear both those positions? That's the question.
Will they be able to see Jax's foot first before he gets any sort of contact? He's gonna try to stand right up against this wall. They're not gonna clear in enough time. Jax finally spots him out. Good on the first one on Muffler. Drops down at the wrong time. Gives himself away. Swifty still up above the other side. Gets 2 with the long-range MP9 and wins out the round for Chegg.
Again, it's one of those situations where you expect 1, but you don't expect 2, and unfortunately, not being. I mean, you have so many angles to clear on that A site, but no one's going to expect 2 people to be up there in the rafters, and they're tucked away so close that Muffler almost got the first one. They cleared that one, but they're like, no, there's no way there's a second player here on A site.
Yeah, I like how you were telling me before this game started that Muffler's Face It IGN is Editor Quaz. but obviously for stream purposes, he shows up as Mumpler because that's who he is. And I love how the fact that you almost said it. You almost said Editor Quaz as well. That would have just been comedic.
It was one of those things where I'm like, all right, I know he's Mumpler, but for those that are watching, I'm like, do I say Mumpler? Do I say Editor? And if I say Editor, is that what they're going to be, you know, being like, hey, who is this Mumpler person? So I'm like, I'm just going to call him Mumpler.
Mumpler, because that's how stream sees it.
Yes, that's how I know him. I know him as Mumpler, but when I see Editor Quaz, I'm like, what did you do? What is that?
Nobody wants to pay the money for a face and name change. Unless you got premium, then you got one for free every
there you go.
months.
Yeah, that's fair.
3-1 so far from Chegg. 2 back-to-back conversions going either way. So, kind of a weird situation between these two teams, but a full buy coming out from Strqfe. And just enough money to really work with as backup for Chegg. ASAP not finding the shot through the smoke just yet. Patience all around the map, but Puxaria is taking a forward position here at red. There's going to be fights everywhere.
It's a very powerful position, especially if it doesn't get cleared.
ASAP gets an off timing. Puxaria, he's not going to be ready on this angle. Barely spots out his arm. Anthobot can't find anything, and Puxaria gets the better of him. On top of the rafters, Jake tries for as much damage. Misses the initial spray. Trying to tap away. Does eventually get down Jax. Not before taking a significant amount of damage. And all sort of lobby push has been completely torn outside. And so they have no presence towards ramp. Top Shadow down. Puxaria alone here at this red box. Tries to play the hero move. Can't get any kills done. Is Swifty all alone in towards the A site. ASAP kind of leaning in towards B site. And once that utility rains outside, they might have a better idea of where they're going. But Team Strqfe, they've decided to double back down secret.
Yeah, and ASAP's not going to be able to hear this, so he's working his way up, thinking that they're going to go outside, maybe wrap inside Hell. And by the time they realize it, oh, he just heard the footsteps. He's like, they're going B, and they're a little bit too late. They should be able to make this bomb. Oh.
ASAP playing for the long game with that Deagle, trying for anything, any sort of tap before his teammate gets down. They're not going to give him anything just yet. Jake still holding for any sort of wraparound from Secret. ASAP finally goes down. It's a 1 versus 3 in this situation. Swifty does have an AK and does have money, but it wouldn't be the best decision to really go into this. He will go anyway. Captain Jack down. Swifty down to 46 HP. Has too many corners to clear and can't clear them all. Mumpler gets the better of him.
Absolutely great on Team Strqfe's part by slowing down, recovering, realizing that they have some players outside, and just made the best of a bad situation starting off. I mean, losing 2 players initially, managing to bring it back, and then getting in that 3v2 position, just grouping up, going in a particular site, instead of splitting up and trying to find kills and 1v1ing people, realizing, hey, you know what? We might not have the best aim, but if we can group up and trade, we can win this game.
I'm getting word from one of the players that apparently the tech pause function is not working. So apparently they're having a slight technical issue, and I have no idea why the function's not working. Neat.
That's a great question.
So presumably this is a technical pause happening right now. Some sort of connection problem for Swifty at the moment. But yeah, 3-2 on the score line, so Chegg obviously not being able to get a commanding lead just yet. Team Strqfe still able to pull some rounds back. And this actually might be a lot more of a competitive game on Nuke.
Again, it's one of the maps that that Team Strqfe are comfortable on. It's one of those that they've had. Nuke has always been in Team Strqfe's pool for the longest time, no matter what the map rotation is going to be. So it's one of those maps that they are reasonably comfortable on. Puxaria stuck in the smoke. Are they going to clear this? Like, are they going to expect someone to be here? Nobody's checking this angle.
Captain Jack taking some shots outside through the smoke. Swifty getting some damage in. Puxaria makes a move. Good for 1. Almost a second. Jake down to no HP. Jack's getting some follow-up. Corrupt. Also another. Make it a 2 versus 3 in favor for Team Strqfe right now. A full minute on the clock and a very kind of separated T side. Swifty might be able to isolate a one-on-one here if he gets the timing right. He does. Jake goes down, so does the bomb. That's the information. ASAP starts his lobby push little by little. He might be able to get the better of Mumpler, but Mumpler is making his move just in time. Miss Corrupt starts to lurk in the garage here. Swifty gets the better of him. Mumpler on a 1-on-2.
1-on-2 with the bombs outside. He knows where one player's at. Did he hear? I don't think he's heard. I don't think he's heard ASAP yet, but he is. Never mind. I quit.
A long
I was
range
trying to
duel
cast
with
that. I was trying to cast that, trying to like say something smart, and then it came to the point where I was like,
Yeah,
maybe he. What I was like, you know what? I heard the dink, and I was like, all right, it's over with.
Yeah, playing at that long range, Swifty rotating back into CT, using the power of the A1, the silenced A1S. Mumpler had no idea where he was getting shot from, and well, capitalized off it.
It was a situation that could have gone bad, but in Chegg's favor, it definitely worked out. Maybe these Tech 9s can work out again.
Oh, look at what Swifty's doing. He is already pushed into hut. He can isolate the one. He does. And if the bot goes down, around the smoke, ASAP spreads the glory. Gets one. Doesn't find another follow-up shot onto Mumpler. The AK about to be recovered. And the rotation already pulled in towards the B site, but they could wrap around through hell. But no, Team Strqfe.
This is one of those situations. Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of those situations where maybe you work your way towards hell and don't hit the B site.
Yeah, pulling the rotation off as early as you did, that would be a good start. Shadow hears all this information, so they're not gonna rotate back into the A site. The moment that Shadow takes a fight, it will be a bloodbath between several of these players. First shot goes off. Shadow wins it against Captain Jack. Trying to find anything more. Goes up the ramp. Eventually falls to Mumpler. 50 seconds on the clock and only a flash in the hands of Team Strqfe. Not really much to work with, but they have recovered guns in this position. Completely alone. Jack's fighting his heart out. Wins out the first. Reloading in the middle of the enemy. Mumpler, a safe plant, but he doesn't realize that yet. That door is open. Now he has that information. Now he's seen both of them, but they don't realize that they could get pushed up. Swifty gets the better of him again. Check on 5.
Oh man, I think Mumpler plays on 4x3, and so he didn't have a chance to see that player up on Raptors. He knew that they were both there. He knew they were both up top, but I don't think he realized that Swifty had pushed up so far, and unfortunately, I think those black bars got the best of him. And it's one of those things where, it's great to play on 4x3, but sometimes it can come back and bite you in the butt, man.
Oh, yeah. We've seen it in pro matches. We'll see it in casual matches where you'll look straight at somebody and only the observer will know.
Pretty much, because I'm like, how did he not see him? I know Mumpler's better than him.
Oh, no! Aggressive push from Swifty. He goes down instantly. Shadow manages to find 2 to even out the score a bit, but that's 2 recovered M4s immediately. ASAP running past a Deagle! He gets 2, and Jack finishes off the last one! What just happened?
I was watching Corrupt on that one, and I know he's kicking himself there. Because, he just kept trying to move his mouse, and I'm like, if he would have got that kill, there might have been a world they got this, but my God.
I can't believe that, dude.
I wish I could hear the comms right now in Team Strqfe's room right now, because I know he's like, I'm sorry, guys. I should have hit that.
I wish I could have heard ASAP's comms on that, because I know that he probably was laughing hysterically the moment that he got 2.
Oh, man. All right. You know what? Let's just chalk it up to bad luck. We're going to start a new round. How about that?
That's the story we'll go with. All right. So Chegg up to 6. So now they're in a lot more of a favorable position. Obviously, you want more rounds going into your CT side of Nuke. T side can be a little bit tougher to really have to deal with. It's not the most favorable position. So if they have long range, going to take Corrupt down to 31 HP. So health advantage going in the way for Chegg at the moment. But with the AKs in hand, that just might not matter. Corrupt, another frag to his name. Despite the low HP, he's getting work done, but Poxteria is there in the middle of sight to stop the push just a little bit. But the split between the doors might catch Poxteria in a little bit of a rough position, but he has gone into a corner. He has gone into dark so that he cannot be found out. A bad Molotov landing inside of a smoke. Wasted 500 bucks. Mumpler tries for that spray, can't find it. Jake down in a 1 versus 2. Very doable 1 versus 2. A missed shot from Poxteria can actually put Chegg in a really tough position. But ASAP's already here on the flank. Poxteria goes in, hits the quick scope. It's Chegg on 7.
Oh man, I saw their positioning, but Team Strqfe was splitting up a little bit too much and going more for those one-on-one fights. And sometimes on Nuke, you just have to stick together. You just have to make it where you guys stick together. Maybe stick in teams of 2 so you can be able to trade. Because like, if you can't hit your shots in your 1v1s, like it's gonna make it very difficult to take any site here on Nuke.
Yeah, I actually fully agree on that part, because a lot of this you have to play together. You have to play the crossfires, you know, to really see the most success, because the more damage you can do as a team, the better off you are. Missed Molotov to stop the team from getting in through Squeaky Door. Swifty pulling his weight entirely in the middle of sight. The bomb goes down. Jake still has to plant with 3 players converging on his position. It's going to be ASAP to close it quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately the non-clear above HUD was their undoing, and had they cleared top of HUD, you know, looking down to get Swifty, there was definitely a chance they could have not just taken the site but gotten the bomb play. But Swifty there with 3 kills pretty much was able to just dominate that A site and shut it down and win them the round there.
Yeah, and even when Swifty's position was completely exposed, it was a few too many missed shots with the Tech 9s. Like, if you're not hitting your initial shot sometimes, like, hitting, like, the sprays with a pistol can be a little bit tougher to really do in that position. So, sometimes it just doesn't work out in your favor. Several frags around the map. Shadow finding 1. Poxteria also finding another outside. The trade frag coming in from Jake.
Oh, the timing there.
Look at what
Jake
Shadow's
turning away
doing.
just at the right second to miss Poxteria actually coming around the corner there.
Ooh, look at Top Shadow. He's already pushed into the lobby. He's going for the fix. Does find it. The bomb goes down. Now it's Mumfleur completely isolated around the vent. He's got almost a full set of utility to work with. Still 3 players left to find. Much doable situation. Outside has already been closed off. Poxteria is there. Guide his team. Timing not in his favor. He's checking the corners too much. Mumfleur finds 2 so far, but not ready for Top Shadow to be close on the right.
Now, unfortunately, I mean, again, he's ready for 1, maybe that second one, but again, the fact that all 3 players were there in lobby surrounding the bomb, it's just not one of those things that he was expecting them to be there. But that the info should have been known that the person that was left was Top Shadow, and honestly, I feel like Muffler should have known that. Hey, he got the first couple kills, but when he was trying to go for that third one, like that's the one that got the kill on Jay. He should have known he was somewhere nearby.
Not much more you can really do about that situation, because obviously it's a pressure type of situation. You want to be sure that you're not messing up your aim in high pressure moments like that. But you know, still much more important. ASAP taps away through the smoke for the first. Ramp's gonna be completely locked down for most of the rest of this round. Jack's smoked off the angle, tries to go for the nade, possibly to blow up in the smoke. He does. Poxteria taking shots outside. Jack not finding the right timing to peer through that smoke. Eventually goes down. Poxteria in a position to really die from any sort of swing here, but it's gonna be 2 outside smokes to really cover tracks. It was a leg through the wall against Jack. What a shot from him.
That was a crazy shot.
It was a no-scope through the glass to get the leg shot. Shadow getting some more damage to the vent. A little bit overextending at that position. Swifty's already there at single door. Jake down to 25 HP for the last round and a half. Nade almost kills him. He does have the
surprised
bomb to
that
work
didn't
with.
kill him.
He does have the bomb to work with, and he has time to get back in towards the A site. But he has to be worried about the vent already running right back up. Swifty gives no dams. And he's going to be
How did he not
checked
hear
up 10.
Vent? Like, he wasn't looking there. I swear you could hear Vent from there.
Oh, you can. You definitely can. But you also have to be concerned about Heaven in that position because you don't know where the other guy was.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I feel like, you know, Jake was looking for other positions there, but I feel like, you know, as soon as you hear the vent, like, you just pretty much put your aim there. But again, there's 2 people left. Like, you know, I don't know where Jake's mind's at that moment.
Yeah. And so, ending on a 10-2 half for Chegg. Obviously, Team Strqfe have a lot of work really to do in order to pull this match together. More doable, I'd say, on the CT side. But we all know Chegg's T side. It is going to be dominating, getting into a site, taking the frags, and just immediately shutting down any sort of retake in a matter of seconds. As you can see, the bomb's already planted. They're taking super aggro fights. Jack's trying to find any more damage. Actually, it's going to go in the way of Strqfe so far, so it's going to be a man advantage at the moment. Taps away at 1. Swifty gets a follow-up. Another follow-up, and Swifty finds a 3rd with Poxteria's help on a 4th. As Chegg went out the pistol round in probably a little bit more of a dicey situation.
I was going to say, I'm like, with 2 left, I'm like, all right, so they knew they had Muffler up in Heaven. Everybody's coming in, but just the taps away from Poxteria and Swifty. I was actually thinking, hey, you know, good Lord, like, you know, they could pull this one off, get the retake and get the defuse, but, you know, kind of get this train started. But unfortunately, it just didn't go their way.
Yeah, and eventually, the last 2 picks go in the favor for Chegg. Obviously, just hitting the last few shots that they really needed. Swifty finding the triple kill. I feel like without that triple kill, it would have been not very doable in any sort of situation. Fast outside pressure. It's going to completely fall way out of Strqfe's control. It's all down to Jake. He's got an MP9, and it's going to be match point for Chegg already.
I mean, the question is, do you save this MP9 in your armor, you know, try to survive, because you know they're going to be hunting you down, you know, or I mean, take as many people as you can with you. I mean, where do you hide? I mean, where do you go in this map? There's nowhere to go. Because
yeah, the most...
You get too,
yeah,
you get too close to the middle, you die?
Yeah, the most that you could do, honestly, in this position, because you really want to be able to properly buy with the rest of your team. You want a kill or 2 with this MP9 for the money, for the damage. He gives his position away to Poxteria without seeing anything. The pre-fire not working in his favor, and Poxteria punishes for that. So Jake doesn't get any profit.
I mean, yeah, that pre-fire, they're thinking, hey, you know, maybe he can, you know, pop ahead or something. I was like, okay, didn't quite work in your favor, like you said.
10 chances to close it out already for Chegg. We were predicting them to be a very strong team, and Team Strqfe a very large underdog in this situation.
Hey,
But hopefully
you know
we
what?
can see a little bit more.
Hopefully we can see a few more rounds. Yeah, exactly.
Pass outside and squeaky door aggression. Mini is going to be immediately pushed. Jack goes right through the smoke. Another one follows through. The bomb is already towards ramp here. And we have Swifty already down towards the B site. Jake around the smoke gets taken out by Jax, who walks through it just in the nick of time. Going through outside. Mumpler gets caught off guard by Swifty, who's already down. Anthropod tries to go for a trade frag, but can't find the right timing. Has to go back down the vent. Chegg in a post plant. In a 3 versus 2 to shut out the game already. Swifty hears this information towards vent. Gonna get the right timing. Anthropod going through squeaky door. Gets 1. Tries to go for a 2nd. Does. Swifty around this double door smoke. Might not be at the right time, but Anthropod reloads in the middle of sight. It's Chegg to win it out 13-2.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, the kid that was on Captain Jack was over there on ramp, and so Antho had to make that move. And unfortunately, you know, between that and being out in the open and having to reload, is just there's just a lot of unfortunate series of events there. I almost was able to pull it off there, you know, make it more competitive. Honestly, 13-2, like I really can't say anything bad about the whole situation here. There was way too many dicey rounds there that I felt like, you know, I wouldn't say Chegg was sleeping, but could have there were 3, 4, 5 rounds that could have easily gone Team Strafe's way, and then they could have built some momentum, built some economy there, and actually had it, a little bit closer. I 13-2 did not showcase how I feel like competitive Team Strafe were in this particular position.
Yeah, obviously, because yeah, like you said, Team Strafe is a very competitive team. They do have the skill. We've seen it time and time again. I just feel like it just kind of fell right out of their hands. They really couldn't make up the rounds on their T side, and Chegg's been working on their CT side a lot. I know this very well. They're constantly improving their CT side, and frankly, the change of Opper and the change of IGL between the ESEA seasons has also started to improve their lineup, and they've been rapidly improving some of their games, and we've seen them on a very strong start. So I had a feeling that it would go somewhat close to this, but I definitely was expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, they knew that they were coming into this, the severe underdogs here,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I mentioned that they are very comfortable and new because there was plenty of situations where they had, the man advantage, whether they were down and was able to come back, or
Mm-hmm.
they had the man advantage and just, a little bit more aim or a little bit more util, or heck, even a little bit better, just post plant situations would have definitely netted them a few more rounds.
Right.
But I still think that this could have been a game where Team Strafe could have gotten 7, 8, 9 rounds and been a lot closer. Again, like I said, 13-2. I just based on watching that, it didn't showcase like how close the match actually was.
Yeah. I definitely think it would be a lot closer, but yeah, ultimately it's Chegg to really win it out. They're playing pretty strong
Yeah.
throughout this season and throughout their ESEA season. So I definitely look forward to more from both these two teams. Hopefully, Strafe wins out their next game next week. But Chegg, they're going to be 2-0 so far, so they're on a pretty strong start this season.
Most definitely, most definitely. I look forward to everything. Like I said, between Chegg and Strafe and Gordon and Paint Huffers. Like I said, there's still more to play. Next week, Strafe will be
Mm-hmm.
against. I think the last thing they have to do is Gordon, and then who's Chegg's last match have to be against?
I think it is. Is it
Paint
Paint Huffers?
Huffers?
Yeah, it's Paint Huffers.
Yeah. Gotcha. So Chad will play against Paint Huffers and Strafe will play against Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that round robin's done, we'll go ahead and head into the playoffs. So again, it is a short season, but overall, like I said, it's still, in its infancy, and we're gonna work on building it up. This is more of like, just like the initial season. And hopefully next season we'll have, 6, 7, 8, 10. Heck, I would love to have like 12 teams in this particular league, next
Absolutely.
season.
Absolutely. Because obviously, the more teams that you have, the better the content gets, and the more teams that you really have to root for in this situation
Oh
because, it would give every team a run for their money no matter what.
Amen. Amen. So again, an exciting match. We had way too much fun. Like I said,
Yeah.
coming into this, I'm happy with how it ended.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm still pulling for my team, but overall, like I said, it was still exciting.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it was absolutely very exciting. But yeah, that will be it for this game for the match. We have another game for Team Skyline on Friday at 9 p.m. EST, featuring Paint Huffers versus Gordon Eastprints. Any final words, Iceman?
Nope. This is the weekly reminder for Cloud9 to get a team, but that's it for me.
Yeah. Oh man. So thank you everyone for watching in the stream again, and I'm your main caster Storm, my co-caster Iceman. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you on Friday.
It was a pleasure. Take care, guys.
I'm up the shit with my brothers. He beat the weapons and Glover. First make a young nigga thugger. You know best friend is a cover. Girl on me bouncing like Glover. Boy young with money like Stunner. 300 a pint all summer. Shoot on sight if you fuck with my come up.
Punches has not died. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, because he got that close. The only round that a lot of these CTs died on was that that third round where I believe it came down to the 1v1. That's why their economy is getting so out of control right now. We need to see some kind of bounce back from Chegg here, but Swifty caught out in mid isn't going to get anything. A dink is all they'll see. This is just going to continue to go the way of the CTs. They are absolutely steamrolling everything as they're frantically trying to get some kind of foothold on the site. They won't battle forward, but Say You Will chimes into that off, makes sure that this is difficult to get through, and Dapper closes out the round.
I mean, that's what is it? That's Puck's. No, Punches finally died. Okay, all right.
Punches finally died.
Everybody has died except Hoax 3 times. But other than that, everyone has died at least once. But I mean, still, woo. I mean, you have 3 players survive that particular round, and again, they're just they're doing what they want. Like I really thought this was going to be more of like a Chegg fight, but I mean, pain numbers right now are showing me a side that I've actually I'm surprised, genuinely surprised about.
I mean, I don't want to be too negative, but I was expecting a lot out of this match. Our observer Storm was really talking up Chegg, and so far they're just kind of getting